You know, in today's trucking is hard. I've been off on vacation for the last week, just spending time around the house. But even when I'm at home, I'm always looking at the load board just to try to stay up with what's going on. And before I get into the video, if you check down in the description, there's a link down there where you can try this out for 30 days. They're giving it to you for free for 30 days. Just try it out. You know, you never know. I've been using it since 2017. Every day that I've had my authority, I've been running this. And also the other links, who I choose to factor, the best factoring company out there that I went with, and other things like a national tire account. It's free to charge. It's free to join that national tire account. It's a Bridgestone account. Don't cost anything, but they got hella savings. Even to the fuel cards I use. Check the description, and I got a list of 9 things down there that I use. It helps me stay profitable. So let's get into this video. Where I like to start is the national load count. Today is for van. And I'll probably put out another one tomorrow for flatbed and then reefer as well. But what I'm looking at is the national in and out ratios, or as I like to say, trucks going in versus trucks needed to come out. Like Alabama, for example, you got 319 trucks going in, and you only need 30 or 86 coming out. So there's not a lot of freight because there's so many more trucks going in. What you need is like Delaware right here, 17 going in, 36 coming out, which ain't great, so skip that. Idaho is better. No, that's about it. Neck and neck. Come on, Indiana. Look, 267 going in, 861 needed to come out. So right there's the offset you're looking for right there. So if you want to pause that and look at what state, feel free to. But the real nuts and bolts of this video is what I do every time I'm getting ready to go trucking. And this is what I do because I want to know where the freight's at. You don't want to get stuck out in that market where you're sitting 2 or 3 days waiting for a load, or you have to eat an expense and bounce out and deadhead. So I learned this trick from one of my buddies, Danny, many years ago. He said I'd cover the nation, find out where the freight's at before I'd leave the house. That way I know which way to point my truck, know where the freight's at. So, you know, per his idea of what he did, not idea, but habits, I adapted it myself, and that's what I've did ever since. So it's late in the evening today, so I'm going to choose today and tomorrow, October 17th, October 18th, and let's dive on in and see what kind of freight's out there. Let's see here, 867 loads in the Los Angeles market in a 120-mile radius. And I usually come over here and click this little offer tab right there, and it pulls up who's got the good freight. Like there's an $8,000 load right there. Ain't too shabby. Another one up to Schenectady. I think that's how you say that. I went here about 2 years ago, and I was asking dude up there, I was like, how do you say the name of this? And he's Schenectady, or I think that's how he said it, Schenectady. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. I love that area up there. That part of New York is gorgeous. So, got some freight, guys. Got a little bit of freight. So if you're going to California, be sure to book you a high dollar load coming out. And let's shoot up to the Tracy market. Tracy, California. I'm going to bump this up to 200. That way I can get the Sacramento area and all the Bay Area. We're in the San Francisco market. They're coming in with 555. See what kind of loads they got. Offers 6,000. Yeah, I believe if you're up here, grab you a load and bounce down to the SoCal, and then come out of SoCal. You can get, I don't know, anywhere from $600 to $1,200 to bounce down and grab one of the loads coming out of Southern California. You're going to fare a little better on that one. It's a little trick I used to do. Let's shoot up to Seattle. Seattle market. Oh, let's bounce this back. See what they're coming in with. 263 exact loads. And what that means is outside this 120-mile parameter or radius, there's 267 within 120 miles, but outside that 120 miles, maybe 150, 160, I don't know what kind of parameters they have in this, but there's 1,000 loads in that area. And let's see what you got coming back East Coast. 6,000 to Fort Pierce. Yikes. It's less than $2 a mile. That load, let's see. If you look over here, you click on one of these loads, it gives you the 15-day average. This right here is what this load's been averaging per the data of all the brokers that are part of Rate Share. It's another tool that the brokers use with DAT. They submit their recent rate cons and they come up with data. And this is what it is. It's $6,200. And a lot of people say, oh, well, that gives the brokers control to control the market and keep more for themselves. But that's not entirely true. It's actually put out there more so for the brokers. That way the other brokers can see what other brokers are moving it for, and it's our job to bid this up higher. Get better with your negotiations. That's all I got to say. A lot of people don't understand that any of these load boards, it's 100% focus is for the carrier, or not the carrier, but the broker. The broker is the customer that really builds these load boards, and DAT has the largest force of brokers participating. That's why DAT is number one in all the paid load boards. You can't compete with them. As far as drive in and reefer, there's no competition nowhere. But anyway, little side ramble, some of the things I have discussions with people. So let's get out of that market. Let's shoot down to the Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City's coming in with 562. See what kind of offers they got on the table. And this right here is offers from the broker. This is not carrier or driver offers. This is what the broker's putting it out on the board for and trying to move it. And they got, 1,800 mile load for $4,700, which that load's been averaging over say $5,100, and they're about $400 shy of where it needs to be. This is where these tools are invaluable. You talk to that broker, and they say, well, that's not a lot of money, because the broker's going to say, well, I got $4,700, man. That's good money. And you say, well, no, I've been running that load for about $55. I always shoot a couple $100 higher than this 15-day average, and then work down from that, and try your best not to go under this. Now, I get it. If you've got a load on the other side, say that Vancouver, Washington area, you've got a good load over there and you're trying to get to it, or you've got a connection there and you get high dollar freight coming out, I understand taking a cheaper rate, but don't assist into the problem of cheap freight when there's always more on the table. Don't leave money on the table, guys. Use these tools. Moving on. St. Louis. Coming in 561. Wow, I figured they'd be about 800 or 900. They're usually almost double what Kansas City's got. Not today, guys. Not today. $21,000 to Jersey. You see a load like this, chances are that's 2,100, 2,140. Somebody just put an extra zero in there. Excuse me. Ugh, about choked on my own air. I don't know whether they got a fat thumb or they just put it out there for more attention. But if you slide over here, any of these loads is highlighted. You slide over here, you can scroll up. You scroll over here and look down here at the commodities, food grade, 2 loads trap. I'm going to take it that's a 1 load. Because sometimes you see this is like a month of loads. They're just bidding a whole month out, which is pretty cool. But if you look over here on the comments, it's going to tell you. And this don't say anything about multiple loads, or you can run this load for twice a week for the next month or whatever. It looks like it's just 1 pick, 1 drop, and somebody put an extra zero in there. Yep, that's what it looks like to me. And the 15-day on that has been right at $2,700, and I'm just about willing to bet that right there is $2,140, which they're way under the 8 ball on that. So yeah, they need to step it up. Let's shoot down to the Dallas market and get this party started and get it over with. 1,100 loads in the Dallas market. See the offers. 38 to West Palm. That ain't bad right there. 2-day run for down there $4,000. Nice. 36 to Rhode Island. Yeah, I know. I'd rather go to Florida and dead head out for more money. Let's see. And also 42, 44. A little bit lighter on the weight. It's got all the stuff right here. Interesting. Let's go down to Houston. Houston market. Houston coming in with right at 1,046 loads. $6,000 to Washington, Bozeman, Montana. Cool deal, cool deal. Let's shoot over to Savannah market. Come up this Eastern Seaboard. Then we grab the Midwest, and we end this video, and I'll give you my points of view towards the end. Savannah market's coming with 286 exact loads, and 4,000 to Butte, Montana, which no. That load's been moving for almost 5,000. No. Let's shoot up to Columbia, South Carolina. Then we get Charlotte. 739's in the Columbia market. Charlotte's coming in with 746 loads. Ugh, I don't like it. Knoxville, 367 loads in the Knoxville market. Let's see if any loads going down to Florida. What's paying? 4,000 to Cali. There's a Lakeland, Florida, $3,200. Well, at least they're over the 15-day average. So they're, I'd say, what, that's $4 a mile. Pepsi. I'm set up with Pepsi. Nice. That's a good run. Yeah, you got to deadhead a little bit, but literally you're going to make $3,200 in a day and a half work. Yeah, you might have to bounce and deadhead, but in my opinion, that's well worth it. Check out Nashville. 490 exact loads in the Nashville market. Let's shoot up to Allentown. Allentown, PA. 2,800 loads. Lots of freight. I found the freight. Allentown. 65 to Manteca. And that load's been going for 50, 51, 52. Nice. Let's shoot over to the Pittsburgh market. Pittsburgh. 900 loads in the Pittsburgh market. Nice. That's good. Columbus, Ohio coming in. 1,700 loads. Nice. Check these offers. $19,000 to Texas. Again, let's see what they got down here. Yeah, pretty sure one pick, one drop. I guarantee that's for $1,900. Yeah, look. It's been averaging $24.75. I bet you they're trying to push it for $1,900. They put that extra zero on there to get you all excited. Then they're going to sell the shit out of you when you call them. Like a used car salesman. If you know, you know. Let's shoot over to Indianapolis. Indianapolis market. 1,950 loads in the Indy market. Cool. Let's check out St. Paul, Minneapolis area. 750 loads, which that ain't bad. That ain't bad for dry market up there. 30,000 to Yakima. That's that same guy. Look, that same email. So, yep, I'm exposing you there, Parstone Logistics. This is the second one of your loads. You've got an extra zero in there, you fat thumb sucker. And if you're trying to push that load for $3,000, there's a reason you don't have a check mark. You suck. That load's been going for $4,700, and you're trying to push it for $3,000. But wait, you're trying to scam drivers and try to get them all warm and excited and feeling fuzzy for $30,000. You're going to get a lot of phone calls, and you're going to sell your little precious used car salesman ass off to try to screw somebody. That, sir, is why you don't have a check mark. You suck. Sorry. Little rant. Let's shoot down and check out Detroit, and then we're Well, that certainly ain't how you spell Detroit. 1,100 loads in the Detroit market. Let's check out Chicago. Chicago. That ain't how you spell it. Listen, y'all, I'm from Georgia. I got a 3rd grade education. I don't know how to spell. 3,000 loads, and looks like Chicago is going to be king this week with the freight. Plenty of freight. There's a Kissimmee for $5,200, which is good. They're way over. They're way over. Look at that 4,000. And they're trying to push it for an extra $1,200 over average VAT or average lane rate. There you go, guys. And Kissimmee's, that's one of the best places to go in Florida. It's not too far down. It's right there in the middle. Orlando area. Orlando. Somebody, oh, wow, 5,000 on that one. All right, guys. There you have it. If I was out there working, based on what I've seen per the data, I would be in the Midwest. I would stick to the Midwest. If it gets to be about Thursday, I'm going to be looking for a load to take me long, whether it goes to Florida or even down to Southern California. That's what I'd be doing. And this, guys, is why and how I run my trucking business. Before I leave the house, I do this exact thing. And I look across the nation, I find out where the freight's at. By that, when I'm on the phone negotiating with a broker and I don't have to think about booking my next load. Well, let me rephrase that. My most important load is my next load, not the one I'm booking right now. Like, for example, if I'm looking at this Washington load and I see a really good rate on it, I don't have to go research the Washington market to see if this is a good load to pick. I've already looked and I already know what the Washington market's doing. Like that, when I see this good paying load, and I'm like, wait, Washington's got a lot of freight coming out of it. Let's go ahead and bid on this load and get this thing booked before somebody else does. Versus if you don't know and you see this load going to Washington and you're like, all right, it's going to Washington. Let me go up here. Let me do another search. Let me see what kind of freight's in the Washington market. And then by the time I come back to book this load, oh my God, it's gone. See, you get ahead of the curve. You search the market first. That way, when you do run across the load, say this Seattle or this Spokane, Washington, I already know what's going on up there in the Washington market. They've got freight. So as soon as I see this load, boom, I don't have to think about it. I book it. Makes sense, right? Anyway, guys, that's what I do. That's what I've always done. That's what I continue to do. And this is why I praise that board. They've got the freight. And guys, that's all I got to say about it. If you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I put videos out on the regular, all things trucking. And guys, until that next video, remember, it ain't how far you go in life that matters. What matters is how far in life you go helping and adding values to others. See you, bye.